Hi, Cyndy here. This is a video going out with CCIM College as correspondence or online course, week number 6. I want to say today, carry on, be encouraged. You may have already been experiencing some of the ahas and the shifts within you as you have been taking this course. Those will continue. We've completed month number 1. We're well on our way. Today, week number 6 begins month number 2. Month number 2 is titled Strength for Hard Times. One of the things that we've been told in numerous places around the world within our faith communities, something like this, like if you come to Jesus, all your problems will go away, or you will have no more difficulty, or there won't be any trouble at all. You will become big, you'll become a winner, you will have all manner of good things. Now, when we come to Christ and as we realize our identity and our place and our welcome with the Lord, things do get better. We take on new perspective, we come into new strengths, we find a harnessing of ourselves unto our own lives that maybe we haven't had before. So a lot of the encouragements and the good things about the Lord are indeed, of course, ours to have, right? But what I found also happens is that if we're sold too much this thinking that everything's going to be perfect, then what happens is that people get discouraged really easily. We don't have, in that context, the strength to go forward when troubles, because all of a sudden doubts begin to niggle at our mind and these worries enter into our hearts and our spirits. And if we have trouble then, and supposedly there's not supposed to be any trouble, then we will begin to think there's something wrong with us, or that God doesn't love us, or maybe we're not really in Christ, and all sorts of accusations will begin to bubble up within our spirits and within our hearts and minds. And in these doubts and in these questionings, we become weaker and weaker and more discouraged. And so what I have found, that as I have taught about difficulties in all of the places that I've personally taught and shown up, is that one of the chapters today is titled Difficulty, the other one is titled Overwhelmed. That when we normalize difficulty, meaning we affirm that, we all have difficulty. No matter who we are, it doesn't matter where we live in the world, it doesn't matter how much money we make, it doesn't matter how much education we've had, it doesn't matter what our position or our roles are, it doesn't matter what our specific work is, we all experience hard stuff. And this is our human experience. It's part of what we know as life. I don't think it's the plan of God. I wouldn't ever say, God chooses difficulty for us or forces us into it. But we will have difficulty and we will have trouble. Jesus said, 2 of the things he said, one was, you will have trouble in this world. And the other thing that he said was, but I am with you to the end of the age. And so we have this promise of the Lord to be with us in the midst of whatever is difficult for us. And that's the main thing of month 2, and specifically of what we're going to look at in this next week's lesson. So I leave that with you, and I encourage you, if you're experiencing difficulty or trouble, that's really common. Everybody does. And part of being in the Lord doesn't mean all the troubles go away. And in fact, if you're a leader and you're taking on more and more responsibilities, you're going to have more difficulties to go with those responsibilities. That's the way it is. It won't be the same kind of trouble maybe previously, maybe 10 years ago or 20 years ago, but you're going to have a new set of difficulties to go with the increased leadership that you're assuming and that you're walking in. And so again, it's just good to know and to have our trouble validated in a way to say, it's okay. God's with you, and we carry on. Even when there's trouble and even when there's difficulty, there's great strength for these things. So bless you today. Thanks.